we can move into another big one of mine.
I called it.
Logan Paul becomes.
Can I go on this? Because I'm the only one that got this wrong, and I just need Daniel. You're gonna go over what happened in the what happened in the match.
Yes, because Logan Paul had a killer entrance. Logan Paul had a killer match, and Logan Paul is now the new United States champion in short time in WWE. Finally has hardware. My only problem with it is that I didn't like how he celebrated with the title. I thought it should have been a bigger deal. He was kind of lost with it, but I guess he doesn't know what to do with it. But again, I thought the match was pretty good.
Did he get an explosion afterwards?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He did.
I don't remember if he got
the pyro, and apparently, his energy drink Prime was in that shot too, which I know for a fact.
Yeah.
He focused on. But obviously, I mean, I'm the one person who picked Rey Mysterio to win this match because I was thinking, with SmackDown being the show that it is, why would you have two of your male champions who are considered part-timers now. Logan Paul being a part-timer, Roman, he's in his own special category. I was just thinking, you're going to put yourself in the same position that you put the tag team division in, where you have one set of tag team titles all the way over here, and all these other tag teams, what are they fighting for? Now, on SmackDown, you got all your main titles are with guys who aren't there every week. So now people are showing up to work. What exactly are we fighting for? What are the stakes that we fighting for now that there's no title? But I understand Logan Paul's appeal. I understand what he means to the business. I understand all of the great matches that he's had, everything that he brings value to the brand. So obviously putting the United States title on him makes the absolute sense. But when we look at how they went about it, there's only one person to blame for Logan Paul winning the title, and that is Santos Escobar. This is all his fault. Why? I'll break down why. As we saw in the finishing sequence, Logan Paul's guy comes out with the brass knuckles, puts the brass knuckles on Logan.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
Brass knuckles get knocked off Logan Paul's hands. His guy goes to get him. Santos comes out, puts his foot on the brass knucks. Santos picks up the brass knucks, puts them on the apron, and then chases Logan Paul's guy off. And then Logan grabs the brass knucks and knocks him out. Now, common sense would say, if you're trying to keep Rey Mysterio from losing the title, you take the brass knucks and either hit Logan Paul with them or put them on your own hand and go after his guy when you chase them off. Instead, he left them on the apron right in front of Logan Paul's face. Logan Paul grabs him, knocks him out. Now, this is not foreshadowing towards a heel legato. I don't know what that is, but to me that was blatant.
I'm not gonna lie.
He left the brass knucks literally on the apron and then chased the guy off. Like that's foreshadowing. That's foreshadowing that heel turn with Santos is coming.
It's funny, when he got the brass knuckles, I really thought the heel turn was going to happen right then and there. I thought he was going to hit Rey.
It should have.
That would have been perfect.
That would have been a perfect setup, but we all know they're going to rewatch it. Rey's going to be like, what the hell? Oh, you're really going to accuse me of doing this? And, that's going to kind of... And it's easy for Santos to turn. He's like, oh, they say meet your heroes, blah, blah, blah. And then watch Dom come around. He's like, hey, I told you, my dead be dead, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's going to make it. But now the thing is, if that happens, is everybody going to turn against Rey? Are you going to have Zelina turn against Rey?
I mean, you have to. I mean, you would have to, because the whole group has to go with Santos. They started with Santos, so they would have to follow Santos. And honestly, Rey doesn't need a stable because he's the ultimate underdog. He stands.
No, true. I'm just saying. Okay, let's just say Santos just goes full heel. Does that just mean everybody has to follow suit now? Like, I feel like Zelina is kind of like
similar.
She's not ND like LWO's like manager. She's just like the female of the group, So if she's like, oh shit, Santos turn, and then obviously the other dudes are gonna follow him, but is she like, well, I'm gonna do my own thing because I don't want to turn against Rey, or am I just like, nah, screw him, let's all just go back to what we were originally came to SmackDown for?
As I said with the John Cena and Solo match, out with the old, in with the new. It's time for Santos and those guys to get Rey Mysterio the hell out of here. He's had a great run.
What is
Hall
he
of Fame
doing?
career.
What is he doing?
All right, so now you're finally signing off on a heel stable now. Because for all these weeks, you've been the one saying, "Oh, we can't have all these heel factions all running around on TV. We can't have all these heel factions." Now you're finally.
Want to know what? It's like WCW in 2000. Forget about all these old guys taking up all these young people's time. It is time for Santos. I forgot the tag team name. Sorry for that. It's time for Selena Vega. All these people to get Carlito and Rey Mysterio out of here.
You can't get Carlito out of here. You just came back.
All right, Daniel. I love the point that you just made, but you're making it on the wrong company. Make that point to the other company that's run by Tony Khan. Make that point to them. Make that point to them about older superstars. All right, Sting, Edge, Christian, Jake the Snake Roberts. We don't need
Jake isn't wrestling. He's just a manager, and he doesn't even show up on TV anymore.
No, he was just on Collision this past Saturday. Number two. And they just signed Ric Flair last week. So that's all I need to say.
I don't understand that. I don't understand that one at all.
They're trying to get Charlotte Flair. That's all that is.
Nah, her ex-husband's there. She don't want to go there.
Oh yeah, Andrade is there. So she ain't going over there.
Oh, they're divorced?
It's been hinted at.
Oh man.
He's not on her Instagram
it's
much
alleged.
anymore.
And she ain't wearing no ring no more.
But
that's tough.
In talking, but in talking about Logan Paul, like I said, I understand what he brings to the brand. But what happens to SmackDown now? It's like now that you don't have a consistent U.S. champ and a consistent world champ, it's almost like you gotta like now who's ever the writing team for SmackDown. It's like now you guys got to get creative now because now you don't have those a title per se for the men to be fighting.
It'd be a shame if there were tag team titles on SmackDown. It'd be a shame if there was something to build towards.
You would think that common sense would say, okay, we need these tag team titles separated now.
Please.
So now, because I don't know now when it comes to SmackDown, because it's like, what is everybody fighting for?
This is what I was saying.
Women have something to fight for, but what is everyone else fighting for now?
But this is what I was saying before when we were making picks for the pay-per-view. I'm like, I think now that Logan Paul has the title, I don't think he's going to be a part-timer. Just for this, having the title. Yeah, he's going to go flaunt it on, his podcast and stuff and all that stuff. But I think if he's going to have it I don't think he's going to hold that title for very long. I don't know. I would think they would want to get on somebody who is going to be there full time. I feel like he could be there. What is it? 2 weeks till Survivor Series? Like I think he could easily lose the title at Survivor Series. But that also depends on who they're going to choose to be, to face him. And it's like it should be someone good that we actually want. Shouldn't be like Theory. Should be some. I'm trying to think of who else is like a single star on SmackDown right now who could like probably benefit from that title, unless Santos.
We're gonna talk about him later. But L.A. Knight. That's the match. I'm telling you.
If we are going to talk about him, and I'm assuming that we're going to talk about him because of what Daniel was predicting for WrestleMania as far as LA Knight goes. But if that's the plan that they're going with, then again, what exactly are guys on SmackDown going to be competing for if Roman is part-time and Logan Paul presumably is going to be U.S. champ until WrestleMania?
I mean, it can happen.
If he's going to be champion for WrestleMania, he's not going to be there every single week. Maybe once a week.
He's going to have a lengthy title reign. I really think it's going to be pretty short.
If I'm Logan Paul, I'm sticking around until WrestleMania.
That's
a bigger payday. That's more exposure. Yeah. You got to sacrifice what 5 months.
That's a pretty long. That's a pretty long.
Logan Paul is a very businessman.
He's not a full-time wrestler. He's not a. You think he's gonna be having matches every week?
He has the United States Championship on his shoulder. I'm not trying to box anymore.
Yeah, like
I'm not trying to box.
Logan does a little bit of everything now. I mean, he's a promoter, a businessman, got the energy. He does a lot of shit. So he might not even have the time to show up every week. Got his podcast. Like, yo,
man, I do not. I wouldn't want to do boxing. I got the United States title.
Doing it though.
I'm just imagine the press that he's going to have going into WrestleMania if he's the champion. The entrance he's going to have going into Philadelphia. I'm just saying. I know wrestling might not be big to these guys that have other interests, right? Like Bad Bunny has different interests and stuff like that. But if I'm trying to be at WrestleMania, I'm trying to be at WrestleMania, and especially when he's signed. It isn't like he isn't signed to WWE.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he has flexibility and stuff like that. But I'm trying to get into WrestleMania if I'm him. But yep, Logan Paul is the new United States champion. We'll see how that goes. We'll see what happens with Rey Mysterio now, most certainly on SmackDown, because that's definitely going to be a storyline going forward. We'll see what happens with that. Let's get into